YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Bringing you guys week 9 of the GBA. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on division rivals Gator and the Florida Gators. If you guys remember last time we faced him, we were able to win on the back of Choice Bandits Terrakion and some clutch stone edges. But this match is looking to be pretty difficult because he did change a few things on his team just as we did. We have Scissor and all that good stuff. If you want to see the team matchup, definitely check out the team builder, guys. In the description below, I go through the sets, the team, all that stuff, why we're bringing what we're bringing. So please check that out. I do have a question of the day today. If a new Pokemon game comes out, if and when, do you want there to be Z moves again? Do you want Z crystals and Z moves in the next game? Yay or nay? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you're hyped for the Rampardos, hit that like button, of course, and definitely make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Obviously, hasn't been the best season for us. We're sitting at 3-5. A win today actually would put us back in the playoff race, though. Surprisingly, it's just crazy. But everyone's so jumbled up, kind of in the middle. We're only one game out of a playoff spot right now, so it sounds crazy, but it's true. So if we beat Gator, we could actually be tied for a playoff spot after this. So pretty nuts stuff, but we're gonna do our best and try to have some fun as usual, and hopefully we won't miss any moves. We probably will, but hopefully we don't miss any moves. Let me get connected with Gator and we'll get this match going. All right, guys, we are connected with Gator here, and we're gonna get this match going. A little tough to predict what he's gonna bring. He brings some funny stuff sometimes, but I think we're gonna see the Latios, the Heatran, and the Diggersby. If not Diggersby, definitely Mamoswine. I think we'll probably see Blastoise as well. He's got a couple other things though. He could bring Whimsicott. He could bring Pyukumuku if he really wants to get tricky. Luckily, we have Defog for that now, something we didn't really have on the team before, but either way, this should be a really cool match. Last time, like I said, if you remembered, we had Choice Bandits Terrakion, and I just kept clicking Stone Edge, and he over-predicted a few times and allowed me to kind of put in some work with Terrakion. I think we picked up like 3 kills in a row with Terrakion, which is pretty nuts. I'm bringing a Rock Polish set this week, though, instead, so a little bit different stuff, but, you know, we've got a similar team to what we brought last time, but I did mix up a few different Pokemon because I'm hoping to kind of catch him off guard here. But let's see what Pokemon he brings to his team. He is going to have, let's see, he does bring the Pyukumuku, does bring the Doublade, no Mamo, which is fine. Glad to see that, I'm actually glad that the Doublade kind of came in a way. I may regret saying that, but I do have Groundium Z for it at least. So I did prepare for that as an option, because Doublade is otherwise really, really tricky for me. And I'm glad that I have Groundium Z. I almost switched that off at the last second, but he's got Pyukumuku. I'm glad we have Defog for that. And he's got a Doublade, which could be quite annoying for me. So in terms of leads, I could see him trying to lead Diggersby if he's Scarf. Could try to lead Heatran. I really do like my Clefable lead. I think that could be pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna lead Clefable. The only hiccup there is if he leads like Diggersby, but I don't really know. Yeah, I think I kind of like the Clefable lead. Golisopod lead isn't a bad idea either. That Pyukumuku could be tricky. If he leads Diggersby, that would be the hiccup. Is if I lead Clefable and he leads Diggersby and he just like kills us, that would be kind of annoying. Like not the start to the match I'd want. I don't think he would assume that he would knock us out though. So I think I am gonna just lead Clefable here and kind of see where that takes us. And I do like the matchup for our Exploud, so that could be really good. But he's got Tool Steel types. He's got a pretty interesting team here. I'm glad I don't see the Mamo, but that Diggersby is going to be very, very difficult for us to beat. But, you know, I'm just glad I have Groundium Z on Terrakion, because that was a really tough decision in prep that I had to make, and we obviously, I think, made the right one just for that Doublade. But we'll see what he's going to lead with. I think Clefable lead is good. I'm bringing offensive Clefable, not defensive, but we'll see what he leads with. Whether it's going to be the Doublade, whether it's going to be the Diggersby. I think the Diggersby lead is potential, or the Heatran lead, or the Lati lead. Last time he led Latios, so we'll see what he's going to do this time. He is going to lead Tokiomi, which is going to be the Heatran lead. Okay, so that's fine with me. Clefable against Heatran, this is kind of an interesting situation. We'll get some intel on his item here, probably. And I can actually Focus Blast here and have a chance to knock him out. So I'm just going to go for the Focus Blast. Hopefully you don't miss. I can live a Flash Cannon, I believe, under pretty much any circumstance, unless he's like Specs. So I'm just going to go for the Focus Blast here right off the bat and try to get some big damage off on this Heatran. And, you know, if he goes to the Flash Cannon, and that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm guessing he's going to just want to try to get up his Stealth Rocks here. So we'll go on the offensive here. And hopefully we can score, not only hit the Focus Blast 70% of the time, but hopefully we can score a kill on this thing. So I don't anticipate him switching out unless he were to go to Doublade, but Heatran typically has Clefable's number, so I would imagine he either Stealth Rocks or Flash Cannons or predicts me to switch. If he predicts me to switch, he goes for the Stealth Rocks. He does go for the Stealth Rock here, so this could be a really good turn for us if we hit this Focus Blast. It has a chance to kill depending on what spread he's running. We are going to go for the Focus Blast, but we missed, so definitely not the first turn I wanted here. He has an opportunity to switch out now and try to gain some momentum. I'm going to just go for the Focus Blast again. Unfortunately, us missing there was kind of a big deal because, like I said, we could have killed the Heatran on the first turn and trade Stealth Rocks for Focus Blast, but that's the risk you run in running Focus Blast. There's always a chance it misses, but now he kind of knows we're offensive, so that 70% chance to miss was definitely a big deal there. Kind of a bummer, but that's the game we play, so it's all good, man. Lately, it's been a very hit or miss for me. I've been running some not so accurate moves on this team, which have kind of either been the success for me or the downfall. But that first turn, man, if we hit that Focus Blast, that would have been pretty nice. It definitely would have been pretty nice. Now he can predict the Focus Blast. He can go into his Doublade if he wants to, which I wouldn't really mind too much. But I would imagine he just Flash Cannons here for the damage. You know, because he probably knows that he can live a Focus Blast, because even if I'm Modest Life Orb, which I am, it wouldn't kill. So he probably is just going to probably just gonna go for the Flash Cannon here, I would guess. He is gonna just go for the Flash Cannon. I'm hoping we can live. We should be able to live on a Sliver unless he's like super duper offensive, but he's not. We gotta hit this Focus Blast this time though, and we missed again. Okay, so this is going super well. I mean, what am I gonna do? We missed 2 Focus Blasts. I'm gonna just click it again. He's gonna kill us with Flash Cannon. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Heatran kills Clefable with Flash Cannon. I mean, what are you gonna do about that? There's nothing you can do about that. So it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. So I wonder if he shook a berry. We don't know the item this time. He wasn't carrying an air balloon, but we could potentially go into our Terrakion at this point in time to try to revenge kill this thing. We could go into Guzma. He's gonna Lava Plume. I'm pretty sure it's gonna kill. Obviously, we are not gonna live it, so he goes for the Lava Plume just to kind of cover his options there, and we do find out what his set is. So Heatran, Lava Plume, and he's probably got Earth Power as his last move. So now I think we just go into Terrakion here. I'm gonna probably click Earthquake or Close Combat. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have to do, is go to Terrakion now and try to force him out. Close Combat here is pretty nice. Earthquake is better. He's got a 50-50 here on what I'm gonna go for. He could try to go into his Latios now though, which could be kind of problematic. But we didn't gain any intel. I don't believe he had the air balloon, and if he did, I didn't see it. So, you know, I think he switches here into Doublade. So I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. If he shook a berry and he kills us with a Flash Cannon, then so be it. He could go into Latios here, predicting the Earthquake, but I could be Banded Stone Edge again. So I'm thinking he goes into Doublade. At which point I'm gonna EQ, and then I'm probably gonna Groundium Z, or at least switch out on the Doublade. Potentially predicting a Latios. So yeah, missing 2 Focus Blasts at the beginning of the game. That is not how I wanted this game to start. What are you gonna do, man? But hopefully we can hit the rest of our moves this game. You know, what are you gonna do, man? 70% accurate. Probably would have killed the Heatran. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? It is what it is. It is what it is, my friends. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? He's gonna switch out. Did he predict the EQ? Does he go into Doublade? He's gonna go to Archer, which is gonna be the Doublade. Okay, so we're gonna Earthquake this thing, and we'll see how much this does. And that's gonna do very little, actually, not a ton at all. Let's take a look at that calc there on the Doublade. So this is a tough decision for me because I could go for the Groundium Z Earthquake now and try to pick up the kill, but it looks like it's gonna be a just shy. So I think I should switch out here. I don't know what he's gonna go for. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be an Iron Head or a Swords Dance, so I'm kind of leaning towards going into Guzma here. Guzma can then fire off a Liquidation and hit this thing relatively hard, or a Sucker Punch. I don't want to use my Z move right now because I think it's kind of a waste, because he has two flying types if he predicts the Z move. So I'm gonna save it for. Do I just burn the Z move right now? It's kind of risky, right? So if I burn the Z move and we kill this thing that's amazing, he could double out predicting I mean, it's kind of a big risk here for me to burn the Z move at this point in time. And I realize that. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. If he switches, he switches. It's a good play. You know, I don't know if he'll predict it. It may not even kill either way. But I'm just going to go for it. He could think I'm scarfed. He could also expect the Z move. I don't know. But if he switches and he goes into like Latios, it is what it is. I mean, he could definitely go into Latios here and just predict the ground move again. He is going to switch, so he's probably going to go into Latios. Here comes Saber, which is going to be the Latios. Yeah, so good prediction on his part. He just goes right into the Latios here, which I thought was a possibility. Almost went into Glisapod on that. But, you know, it just didn't kind of work out there. So we're going to burn our Z move here. So just a good play on his part. But honestly, it's not like I have a ton of switch-ins anyway to this thing. So not a whole lot I could do there. So I'm just going to go into Victini here. Actually, Victini doesn't really do much to this thing. I think I'm just going to go into Mojito then. Do I go into Mojito? Yeah, I think I just have to go into Victini now. And just, like, U-turn. I mean, we're already on, like, the back foot on this one, guys. What do I want to do? He probably goes for a Psychic move. I'm going to go into Mojito. If he goes to the HP Fire, he goes to the HP Fire. I'm going to go into Mojito. Maybe bluff, like, a Scarf. I'm sure he'll have the HP Fire, but I don't think he would go for it right here. He knows I'm not, like, he knows my item now, obviously, on Terrakion. So, that was a pretty low-risk play for him to go into Latios. And like I said, I totally realized that. But, you know, if I switch out into Glisapod there, that was definitely the better play, you know? But hindsight is, of course, 2020. See if he goes to that HP Fire, whether he just goes for a Psychic move. I'm thinking a Psychic move. Yeah, there's the Psychic. So we see the Psychic coming off from this thing. We're just going to do a sizable chunk. I'm going to make a pretty fair assumption here that he's got the HP Fire. So I'm going to go into Guzma to take the HP Fire, I think. Because then I can first impression at least. So let's go do that. Let's go do that. We'll make the play into Guzma. Get that first impression. You know. If he has the HP Fire. If he doesn't, at least we find out that he doesn't. But we saw the Psychic on this thing. So, yeah, this one's gonna be a toughie, guys. This is gonna be a toughie. You know, if we had gotten rid of that Heatran on the first or second turn, maybe this is different, a little bit different, you know, but it's all good, man. It's all good, dude. So, you know, I'm gonna just switch out because I think that we still have some merit in keeping Scissor alive. He may go into Doublade again too, which means I can go for a Liquidation at least. But that probably brings in Pyukumuku. Like, Pyukumuku probably just comes in on Doublade all day. So that's kind of tricky. So we might have to make some funky switches into Victini. But then he's got Diggersby that can come in. If he's like Scarf Diggersby, man, this is gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. Yeah, I don't even know. It's all good, dude. It is all good. So he's thinking about his moves. We just making the hasty decisions. Leads me to believe he probably doesn't have HP Fire there. He may think I'm Scarfed as well, so he's got to kind of keep that in the back of his mind. Because if I go for a U-turn, we like knock him out. So he may just like make a switch into Doublade here. So he is going to switch out into Doublade. And we kind of, yeah, so we kind of reveal that we're, or Heatran rather. We kind of reveal that we're not, you know, we're not, whatchamacallit. What's that thing I'm looking for? Scarfed. Because I would have U-turned if I was. I don't know if Glisapod can live a Heatran Lava Plume. Or whether it's gonna knock us below. Lava Plume. Yeah, Lava Plume does knock us into emergency exit range. So I'm thinking I go into Victini here. I don't want to break my balloon yet though. Yeah, he just goes into Pyukumuku, I think. I'll go for the Liquidation, but I'm pretty sure he just goes into Pyukumuku or he just Lava Plumes us into emergency exit. So that's gonna lose us the momentum. Yeah, if he just Lava Plumes here, he just knocks into emergency exit range. But if I was Citrus, I think he switches into Pyukumuku. I'm pretty sure he's gonna switch into Pyukumuku. Here comes Caster, which is gonna be the Pyukumuku. So I'm making the predictions, baby. I'm just not actually making the moves for the predictions. That's the struggle here. So we're gonna get some damage off there. No defense drop, which is kind of a bummer. So this thing might just go for a Toxic here. I'm kind of thinking that we should go into Victory though. But if he sets up screens, that's the problem we have right now is screens. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go into Mojito, but I'm gonna go into Victini here and just click Thunder. If he sets up screens, man, like it's gonna be really tough for us to win this game, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have screens. But Victini can come in, and it can go for a Thunder at least. So if he reflects first, then we can at least scare this thing out. But then he's gonna have the innards out, but he might be unaware actually. So he might be unaware. But with him having rocks on the field, it's gonna be really difficult for us to like make stuff happen. I don't even know, guys. I'm just gonna be real. Like it's not looking good, especially if he screens here. Let's see what he's got. See if we see them screen skis. Probably a reflect right now. Light screen, reflect. We got the air balloon, and here's curse. So he's curse, baton pass. Okay, so he's gonna baton pass this curse, but what is he cursing it to? Do blade probably. Okay, so we see curse. That's fine actually. And I could just thunder here, is what I'm thinking I should do. So let's just go for the thunder and see how much it does. I don't think it kills, but it should do a sizable chunk. And if he wants to go to Diggersby, like, that's fine too. I'll probably thunder and then blue flare anyway. But if he has curse, that leads me to believe he may not be screens, because he's probably curse baton pass. What is he cursing into? Unless he's cursing into Diggersby and just gonna like quick attack everything. Like, I guess that's a thing. But I think he curses into do blade. So us going into Victini was a good decision. But he knows I either have Bolt Strike or Thunder. Last time I brought Thunder, so he's probably gonna expect Thunder. I don't think he goes Diggersby here, but he very well could. He might just take the hit and then baton pass out into do blade. No, maybe into Heatran. Either way though, I think Thunder is still the best play. If Diggersby comes in, then so be it. But I could have Toxic and stuff too, so like there's other options there. I could also have U-turned, but really the only thing that's beating this Pyukumuku is probably Victini, so I have to kind of just take what I can and just try to beat it right now. You know. And that's the other thing about the Heatran not dying at the beginning of the match, is it keeps me from freely pressing blue flare, because it gets the lava or like the flash fire boost, so that makes it really difficult for my team. But he's been really making his decisions. He's gonna switch out probably into Diggersby though. Here comes Saber. Okay, so this is okay with me. If we actually get a para here, that would be huge for us. It's 30% chance to paralyze, so there's a decent chance we can get a para here, and that could really give us an opportunity to try to pull this back. We do get the para, so that's really sweet. Okay, cool. So that's actually really good for us. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn now for momentum, because now we're faster than this thing, and we did get the para on this thing. And I need to keep Victini as healthy as possible, because like we have to be able to beat the Pyukumuku. I don't think I could beat it with anything else. Well, I guess Boom Burst X-Cloud, but that would be the only other thing. I wonder, like, since we're Scarf, it's a little tricky. We're not Specs. Yeah, I mean, we have a chance to 2 KO the Pyukumuku at that range with Boom Burst, so at least we have that. But getting that para on the Latios is really good, and that's actually like part of the reason why I wasn't running coverage on Victini for Latios, aside from U-turn, is just because of the potential paras. I figured like there would be a scenario where I would thunder into this thing, but like the problem is I don't really have a switch into Latios at this point in time. So, but I don't know what he has for Victini either. Like, what is he gonna hit me with right now? Like, I can't touch him, but what is he? I could Shadow Ball him, but he doesn't know I don't have it. But what could he do to me is the question. Victini can definitely put in some work in this match though, if I can play it right. But we're gonna have to get some damage off on this. So I think I have to go into Golisopod here and just let Golisopod take the hit and get knocked down to emergency exit range and get switched out. I don't really think there's any way around that at this point in time for me. But this U-turn damage will really help. This will get him down in range for Scissors Bullet Punch and stuff. We get a crit there too, so that actually is really helpful. I don't think he HP fires here, so he could Shattered Psyche though, and Shattered Psyche kills Mojito. So I have to decide what is more valuable to me, Guzma or Mojito. I'm gonna go with Mojito as more valuable, so I'm gonna go into Guzma here. And this is gonna really mess us up, but at the very least, like, I'm sure he's gonna Z Shattered Psyche, I think. Yeah, so that's what he's gonna do. Okay, cool. So there wasn't really, wait, that's not Shattered Psyche. What is that? That's Z Ghost. That's Ghostium Z, I think. Oh wait, replacement HP. Oh, Memento. Okay, Z Memento. Wait, I don't know if Z Memento is allowed. I think he just DQ'd himself. I think he just DQ'd himself. I don't think Z Memento is allowed in the GBA. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Let me check the rules. I thought it wasn't allowed. Let's see here, the rules. Yeah, we have to double check that. I think he might have. Let me just reach out in the chat, but I think he might have just took a forfeit there. Let me double check the rules. Coach's corner. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think that was allowed. Not that I like prep for it either way, but I thought we said Z Memento wasn't allowed. I could be wrong, but we'll check right now. I'll play out the match either way, but hopefully I can get some sort of clarification on this kind of, you know, while we figure that out. So that's actually gonna drop our attack and stuff. So now he has an opportunity to set up on us with this thing, which is kind of annoying. I don't know what I should do to him. I gotta get as much damage off on this thing as I can. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Aqua Jet here and let Guzma go down. Do I just let Guzma go down? The problem is if he starts setting up, like, if he goes for a substitute, like, I have to make sure I break it. That's the thing. So let me just check here against Talucha. But I don't know if that was allowed. So Liquidation could definitely break the substitute. So I'm just gonna go for Liquidation here. It should be able to break, just in case he tries to sub on us. He's gonna Swords Dance, so he's gonna go for the Swords Dance here. So this is gonna be interesting. Luckily for us, we have priority with some of our other Pokemon, but we'll go for the Liquidation here. And that's gonna get a decent amount. No defense drop though, okay. And then I think I just Aqua Jet here. Or do I just, I don't wanna let him sub. Let's see here. I don't want to let him sub. Golisopod. Let me see what does Scissor do to Hawlucha. I could be totally wrong on that Memento thing, by the way, guys. So don't you know, don't quote me. I think I'm gonna Aqua Jet because I think that extra damage from Aqua Jet is worth it. Just because Bullet Punch doesn't look like it's gonna kill. The thing is, I just don't want to allow him to sub, and I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet here just to get that extra damage to allow for Bullet Punch to revenge. But if he substitutes here, that could be really problematic. But it doesn't. You know what? He might substitute though to activate his berry. I think I just misclicked. I think I just misplayed. I think I just messed that one up. I think I just messed that one up. I think I should have Liquidation. I think he's gonna substitute just to activate whatever berry he has. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just messed that up. I should have Liquidation. Because if he substitutes here, that's like gonna be a problem. We'll go for the Aqua Jet for the chip damage, but like I said, if he substitutes, that's gonna be problematic. No, he's gonna Acrobatics. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Hopefully that kills, and it does. Okay, good. Hawlucha kills Golisopod with Acrobatics. So, I think I could just go to, Exploud here, and Exploud kills with Boom Burst, and I'm definitely faster. And then that actually pressures everything. I think I go to Exploud here. Because Scissor revenges, but he gets an easy switch into Scissor if I do that. Whereas at least if I go for a Boom Burst and hit the Heatran, if I go for Boom Burst and hit the Heatran, we do like 30% to it, so that's not really a lot, but it's more than what Mojito's gonna do. So I think I'm gonna go for the Momentum. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. So I think Z Memento is allowed, guys. I know we did like a lot of banning of different like Omni boosts and stuff like that, so that's kind of why I was confused. So my apologies, I wasn't trying to mislead anyone. But it looks like Z Memento is allowed, so that's fine. No big deal. Still playing it out. No big deal. I wasn't sure. So We have so many weird bans when it comes to the Z moves. Like, obviously, I like not all the way brushed up on him. But we could boom burst here. This will definitely kill this thing. His best switch in probably is the Heatran. But it's gonna take like 30% at least, so it takes a decent amount of damage. So he at least can do that, and Doublade takes like about the same, like 30%. Okay, no problem. I was just checking the GBA chat. So it seems the consensus is that Z Memento is allowed. No big deal. I wasn't sure. So we boom bursting. And actually, if he's not Scarf Diggersby, which I think he probably is, Xploud can definitely put in some work in this match. Definitely put in some work in this match. So, but I think he goes Heatran here. But if I'm, I don't know. I don't know if he thinks I'm Scarfed or not. He's gonna switch, so he's probably goes Heatran or Doublade. He goes into Doublade. No, Heatran, I'm sorry. So at least we get the Boom Burst off on this thing and weaken it. And we do like 30%, so not a ton. And he's got lefties. Okay, so I think what I have to do here is he probably goes for the Lava Plume. Probably goes for the Lava Plume here. So I think I go into Teraki. He could Flash Cannon too. I don't think he Earth Powers though. I'm gonna go into Victini either way. I think I have to go into Victini here. We're just gonna have to Focus Blast. This will pop my balloon though, which is a bummer, but it's all good. So this will pop the balloon. Yeah, I gotta go Victini here. So I'm gonna go to Victini, and then we have to decide like what we're gonna do, whether we're gonna Focus Blast, whether we're gonna Blue Flare. I think we'll just Focus Blast though, because like Doublade, actually he could go Doublade and then Shadow Sneak on the Focus Blast. So I think actually I'm gonna go into Victini, and then we're gonna make a solid decision. But does Focus Blast actually kill Victini at this range? Or Heatran at this range? Let's see. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. So I'll have to make a prediction with the Victini. We'll have to make a tough prediction. But one of the nice things though is whatchamacallit, Terrakion can definitely put in some work still. If I can weaken some other stuff. But we're gonna go Victini here. He probably Flash Cannons or Lava Plumes, one of the two. He's not gonna Earth Power though. He's gonna Roar. Okay, it's a great play on his part. He's got the Roar. So he probably doesn't even have Earth Power, and that's gonna bring us into Terrakion, so that's fine with me. Probably the best thing it could have brought us into. I mean, Earthquake is my pretty obvious play here. It does kill the Heatran at this point in time. He could go Hawlucha. I could also Close Combat. And just try to kill something. Let's see here. If we go for... I think I have to Stone Edge here. I think I have to Stone Edge. Because Close Combat doesn't look like it's going to kill the Hawlucha. It's going to be close. I don't think it will. And like EQ... I don't think he goes to Doublade here. Like Close Combat would kill. Stone Edge does a lot to this thing, but doesn't kill. Close Combat would be really, really good against everything but Doublade. The EQ is pretty obvious. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge. See if he switches. See if he switches. Either way, I get some significant damage off in this thing. Putting him pretty close to X-Cloud range, which is pretty important. It'll at least put him close to X-Cloud range. And if he goes Doublade, then I weaken it and I can EQ, I guess. But that's gonna be tricky too. So how do we win this game? He's gonna switch. Does he go Hawlucha or Doublade? He goes Caster, which is Pyukumuku. Okay. We hit a Stone Edge, it's amazing. And that does a tremendous amount of damage because we get a crit. Sweet. Alright. Pretty sure I Close Combat here. No, I think a Stone Edge kills. We'll go for the Stone Edge again. That way, at least I get something off on the Doublade. And if he goes to Hawlucha on the Close Combat, yeah, this should kill though. This should definitely kill the Pyukumuku, which is huge. This is huge that we weaken this thing. Because this thing was going to be a big problem for us. At least now it's like weakened, you know? He's going to switch again. into Archer, which is the Doublade. So here comes the Doublade. It's going to take a Stone Edge to the face. We actually hit it. It's amazing. Doesn't do too much to him, though. A little bit of chip damage there. So the Iron Head on his end is pretty likely. I don't know if we can live Iron Head plus... I don't know if we can live Iron Head plus Shadow Sneak. Doesn't really look like it. I mean, if he's not attack invested, we can potentially take both. I think I just have to chance it and go for the EQ here. The other option, like Victini is at the point where it just kind of dies. And yeah, Victini just kind of dies. I could bring back in Wub Wub and go for some of that. Mojito doesn't really do anything. How can I win this game? Because like if he has Shadow Sneak, then Victini just dies. So like it's kind of pointless to try to bring that thing back in. Like I think Terrakion is the way we win this game. Like Terrakion's definitely the way we win this game, but we gotta weaken him a little bit more. So I think I go into Victini, or I go into Mojito. Mojito's Bullet Punch could be pretty clutch though, at least for Hawlucha. So I think I'm gonna go sack off Victini here. A potential Iron Head. And then he's gonna Shadow Sneak. And I need to get in my my Exploud. That's gonna be my objective here, is to get my Exploud in. So we'll see if he goes for the Iron Head here. We may be able to live it. He goes for the Rest. So he's Rest Doublade. Was not expecting that at all. Cool prep though. But now I'm in a situation where I can Blue Flare. I can also Thunder. So I think I'm gonna Thunder, because he's not gonna go into, he could be Rest Sleep Talk. I'm gonna Thunder because I need damage off and I don't wanna allow that Heatran to come in for free. And it's still gonna do a good amount to this thing. I wasn't expecting Rest, but that's cool, keep him alive. Thunder does almost half to him. He's gonna switch out, he's going to Heatran. He goes into Caster. I don't know these nicknames at all. Oh, it's a Pikamuku. Okay, so we're gonna kill this thing. But it's, oh, we missed. We missed. Just kidding, we're not killing anything. I'm gonna Focus Blast, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna Focus Blast. Should kill. Maybe, I don't know. If he's innards out, like, we die anyway, I think, so I'll just Focus Blast, just in case. And it kills. Is he innards out? He's not innards out, so we got rid of the Pikamuku. Victini kills Pikamuku with Focus Blast. So that's fine. But we have a really hard time beating Doublade at this point in the game. And this is like the primary reason why that Heatran at the beginning of the game was so important, because Exploud can't click Fire Blast right now until Heatran's gone, which makes this very, very difficult for us. It makes it just incredibly difficult for us. And without me having Sword Stance on Terrakion, we have Rock Polish instead. It makes it really challenging to beat Doublade. But he could just go into Hawlucha here and kill us. I think we have one more switch in to Stealth Rocks. So I may need to keep Victini around. We definitely have to keep Victini around. But he just has that automatic switch into Doublade like every time on Scissor. And like Exploud's gonna need to be able to hit a Fire Blast into the Doublade. So here comes Ryder. That's the Hawlucha. So I don't know if he's gonna sub in front of us right now. We're at 46 out of 181. I believe that means we live one more hit. Or we can switch into Stealth Rocks one more time. Yeah, we can switch into Stealth Rocks one more time, I believe. Based on how I EV'd this thing. So I think what I do here is I think I go into Mojito and we just Bullet Punch and try to kill this thing. I mean, that could bring him into Heatran though. So I may have to make a prediction, but he could just go into Doublade every time. So Heatran is getting weakened though. I think I just let Victini go down. Can I beat Doublade otherwise? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... The problem is I don't want to allow him to get the setup on me. Because if he gets the double... Yeah, I have to do this. I'm gonna just Blue Flare. Yeah, we're just gonna Blue Flare. He goes for the substitute. That's why I had to go for Blue Flare. Because I couldn't allow him to get a free sub against me. If he gets a free sub, we lose the game. So Blue Flare was the right play there. And we weaken this thing. I don't know if he subs again though. Like that's a tricky situation. Is he gonna sub again? He probably does though to get the boost. Let's see here. If he subs again, it definitely looks like he can sub again though. If he subs again and he activates his unburden, I need Scissor to kill it, so I'm gonna have to blue flare. He's gonna superpower. Okay. So it would have been nice if I switched, but we might actually live that. We do actually live that. We're gonna kill this thing. All right. Victini, surprisingly, what does he have? He's got White Herb. Oh, well, he's dead. Victini kills Halucha with blue flare. So he definitely thought I was switching there. But now he's down to Heatran, Diggersby, and Doublade. But Victini cannot switch in again. So Diggersby can come in here and it can put in some work. He could just click Earthquake, I think, and win. Maybe. If he's not Scarfed, that's gonna be the thing. Is he Scarfed Diggersby or not? You know, if he's Scarfed Diggersby, then he pretty much wins with EQ. If he's not Scarfed, there's hope. But I would imagine he has EQ either, or Quick Attack either way. But Victini picking up another kill there, so that's sweet. I wonder if he was mono attacking. He might actually only have had superpower, but I don't think so. I mean, he was sub, sword stance, superpower. What was his last move? It could have been, I don't know if it gets baton pass, I don't remember. But here comes Sasuke, which is gonna be the Diggersby. I can't switch out here, I have to stay in, so we're just gonna go for the blue flare. But I'll at least find, well, actually I won't find out if he's Scarfed or not. If he quick attacks here, I guess we will. I don't know if blue flare kills, so I might just focus blast. But I'm pretty sure he has quick attack. I'm pretty sure I'll have quick attack. Yeah, focus blast kills, blue flare doesn't. But blue flare puts him into bullet punch range, so I'll blue flare. Oh, we're faster. He's not Scarfed, okay. But is he agility? That's gonna put a lot of damage on him. He's gonna be agility, okay. But we still have scissor. We still have scissor. So had I focus blasted there and we killed, we might have just won the game, but that's okay. I'm just gonna blue flare again. Just gonna blue flare. And he'll knock us out right now. Here comes the EQ. Okay, so Diggersby kills us. So if I focus blast there, that might have been different, but I wanted to get him into you know, bullet punch range. So Diggersby kills Victini with blue flare, or with Diggersby kills Victini with EQ. Okay, so we have a very tough decision to make right now, and that decision is we're going into Mojito, and I have to make a choice. We have to make a very difficult choice here. We need to make every prediction right now. Like, if I was him, like, he knows I have bullet punch. He knows bullet punch kills him here. So if I bullet punch, we knock this thing out and we're in a decent spot. If I don't bullet punch and he stays in, we lose. If I bullet punch and he goes into Doublade or Heatran, we lose all the momentum we had. So in my mind, he likely switches into Doublade or Heatran. I'm thinking Doublade is the most likely switch, which leads me to believe that my best play here is to U-turn and go into Exploud and then kick Focus Blast and hope that he goes into Heatran. So this is a do or die play. Bullet Punch obviously kills. He knows I have Bullet Punch. There's no way I wouldn't have Bullet Punch. But the switch is so obvious, so I'm gonna go for the U-turn. He Earthquakes, so we just cost ourselves the game right there. If I Bullet Punch there, we have a chance, but wow, good play on his part. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So he's not Life Orb though. Oh, no, we don't wanna go to Havoc. We're gonna go to Wub. So he's not Life Orb. If we Bullet Punch there, we kill this thing, and then it's actually would be pretty darn close, but I don't know if I could beat the Doublade. It would be very difficult for me to beat the Doublade. So we're just gonna Boom Burst. I'm actually surprised to stay in there. That was just a good play on his part. But we could have Bullet Punch there, but you just gotta give him props for like thinking the Bullet Punch was super obvious. This should kill us, I would guess. We may live on a sliver, but we're not going to. So, good game to Gator, man. This game could have been totally different if we hit a couple focus blasts at the beginning of the game, guys. But you know, it is what it is, man. That's how this season's gone. Like, really, it's been a tale of whether we hit or miss our moves. That has been pretty much the entire season. If you remember, I missed a power whip on Lars. We missed. I mean, it just seems like for every match, it's like every match is like that. Every match is like that. If we bullet punch there, this game could have been different though, because he's got a sleeping Doublade. You know, this game could have been totally different actually if you know, if we bullet punch there. But you know, you got to give him props, man. He made the good prediction there, and he was able to pick up a W. So good game to Gator. He's gonna win 3-0 there. Not too much to be ashamed about. Like I said, I mean, that Heatran being alive the whole game really changed the way I had to play, because I couldn't you know, I couldn't get X-Cloud in there to fire blast the Doublade there at the end, and if you know, Heatran was gone, different game. But gotta give him props, man. Props to Gator, guys. Check out his channel in the description below if you're interested in doing that. Thank you for watching. We are pretty much officially out of the playoff race, so we've got 3 weeks left of the season. We're just gonna have fun, man. It is what it is. Worst season we've ever had, guys. This will be the first time I ever don't make the playoffs in the GBA, and it's pretty sad, man. It's definitely a bummer. I'm pretty bummed about it, but what are you gonna do, man? We're doing well in the NPA, so we'll just focus on that and just try to have fun. But thank you guys for supporting what I do. Thanks for supporting the Rampardos. Hit that like button down below if you're feeling it. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll talk about aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.